For the next week I'm eating nothing but food found at corner shops to see what weird and wonderful things I can find and if it's worth shopping at them as part of my weekly food shop. The rules are, number 1, I only have a maximum of £10 per day to spend, and rule number 2, I can't visit the same corner shop twice. Generally, I'll go to about 1 per day, but food can carry over from one day to the next, so sometimes maybe I won't need to go. Specifically, my plan is to try a load of things I've never tried or seen before, cause I want to expand my palate, you know, try new things. The British corner shop is a UK staple where you can buy almost anything, from frozen ready meals to pens to chocolate, scratch cards and milk. But a sustainable meal plan for an entire week? Probably not. I'm sure some of it will be great. Other things will probably be awful.
It's just a little bit slimy.
Often many corner shops have expired goods or are very overpriced. But hey, I'm here for it. As always, I went to my first shop the day before, so I didn't have to get up at silly o'clock just to eat my breakfast. It was super neatly laid out and was filled with brands and items I'd not seen before.
I already love it in here. I'm intrigued to see what I buy. There's so much choice.
I wanted to do this video because over 71% of corner shops are owned by independent retailers. Investment in them reached over £1 billion last year despite supermarket expansion, and I'm all for supporting small businesses, so this felt like a great challenge to do.
That's dinner sorted. That's curry.
Prices in here really weren't that bad. I found some pierogi for lunch, which I've never had before and always wanted to try. But looking around, breakfast felt like it was going to be the hardest thing to get. Nevertheless, I prevailed.
That was £8.95 altogether.
And if other corner shops could hold the same kind of wonders I just found, could be in for a good week.
I'm excited for breakfast actually. Very excited for breakfast.
Now once again I decided to weigh myself to see just how much it would change by the end of the week, and as you loved it last time, we'll tally up my daily calories. Which at this point I have no idea if they'll be higher or lower than they're meant to be. We'll find out together, shall we? That was a cool corner shop. That one was very much like a Polish shop. For brekkie, a double Supermax croissant, vanilla and sour cherry filling apparently. And also Carolina recommended I get this. She said her and her dad used to drink this a lot. So with that, it was time to start. I started with my cream and jam croissant. Bad. Very, very bad. This was odd. The pastry was just doughy, yet soft and dry. The jam and cream helped, but not by much. It just wasn't a particularly good breakfast. They did have a few cereals. All of them were expired by about 5 or 6 months. That's expired, not best before. So I thought I wouldn't test my luck there. Back at breakfast, I tried my pomegranate juice. I don't know if I like this. It's just a bit weird. So breakfast was a bit of a bust and made me worry slightly about the quality I'd be having in the remaining meals. For lunch, it was time for pierogi time.
Is it pierogi? I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments.
Luckily there were English instructions on the back of this packet, and it seemed I had to boil the pierogi just like they were gnocchi or something. Now unfortunately my freezer had been a bit too freezing as they were all stuck together and I couldn't break them apart.
I might just drop this whole thing in.
One pierogi covered t-shirt later, they were in and cooking. I drained them off and these looked completely questionable, to say the least.
It's just a little bit slimy. Yeah, texturally, awful. Taste, actually very good.
Yeah, the pork inside was really decently seasoned and had a good flavour, but even if it's a crimed pierogi, I think I'll just air fry them next time.
I am so full now. Full of pierogi.
Now, I usually say this in these videos, but I feel like if I don't, you all just comment about my health in the comments below. So, yes, I do at least a 3k walk with the dog daily, I drink plenty of water, and I jump on the bike or go to the gym at least once a day. So even if what I'm eating is questionable, I'm still looking after myself in one way or another. And contrary to what you might think, I do eat like a normal person when there's not a camera in front of me. For dinner, I had this curry from a packet.
Jemmy.
But I oddly couldn't find rice at the corner shop, so instead paired it with this samosa that I chucked in the air fryer to crisp up. Pouring it into the pan didn't fill me with hope. Honestly, it looked like cat sick, and not the good kind.
I'm sorry, what? There's a good kind?
And it tasted like... yeah, not good. The chicken was...
dry, flavourless, browny pink inside.
But luckily I did still have my samosa, and thank God for that because it was genuinely the nicest thing I'd eaten today.
This is my saving grace. It's not amazing, but it's not bad.
Following this, I jumped on the bike and settled down to some maths with my wife and dog, and with day one done, I had spent £8.95 and my daily calorie intake was at a 21.08% deficit. Not bad considering the Greggs and Toby weeks were 100% over by a mile. Now I got up nice and early this next morning to get to the corner shop to try and find something at least a bit fresh for breakfast. I'm actually pretty starving after yesterday. I don't think there's any surprises there. Hopefully we can get a good breakfast here, and a good lunch, and a good dinner. Hopefully it's good. I decided to go to a Premiere for this day. Premiere is perhaps one of the most well-known corner shops or convenience stores in the UK. Now what's great about Premiere is they operate as a symbol group, but all their stores are still independently owned. It just gives that store owner the brand recognition. Now they are owned by the Booker Group, who also own Tesco, but being independently owned they have much more control over their pricing and product selection. I am ravenous, so I figure we're gonna start in the car just now with these strawberry rounds. That is a Mr. Kipling jam tart, just in a different form. There was a fair bit to choose for dinner. I just figure whereas I could have got pizza or chicken nuggets or something, gotta make it hard for myself, right? On top of my sausage dinner, I got some noodles and chicken tikka bites for lunch and some toasted waffles for breakfast. I then toasted up 2 packs of these waffles just to fill my belly. But the issue was there was nothing to top them with, so I just had to eat very, very dry toaster waffles, just for you guys. It's probably all the sugary things that I've eaten so far today, right? But I'm hungry. And it's not even lunchtime yet. I'm gonna have some of my finest quality tikka bites. These are the kind of things you find in almost every corner shop. I've had similar before and they always surprise me. Oddly, they're not bad. Yeah, I liked them. Probably highly, highly processed and awful for me. But, well, there are no buts. They're probably highly, highly processed and awful for me. And then I washed that down with some cold canned coffee. That's sweet and just not very good. Try saying that 3 times quickly. Cold canned coffee, cold canned coffee, cold canned coffee. That's easier than I thought. Lunch was these Boldak noodles, and I can always say I'm a very big fan of Boldak noodles. Loads of flavours, and they're all just insanely tasty. This one was carbonara flavour, which was really good, and I'd happily eat these again any day. Is that a future challenge? Is that a bad idea? That sounds like a bad idea. Dinner was my frozen sausage, chips and beans, which had a gravy with it. Gravy and beans was a combo I've never had before. And this was exactly how it looked. Soggy chips, beans were okay, sausages were okay. Okay, actually no, they really weren't. And I couldn't help but think Iceland would have done this exact same thing for £1.75 less. Also, frozen beans. Frozen beans. That is all. And then finished the day with another strawberry round. So after day 2, that corner shop cost me £9.52 and my calorie intake was at only a 4.2% deficit. Before day 3, I decided to go do my next corner shop so I could get up at a leisurely pace the next morning. For this, I went to a Londis. Same scenario as Premiere, under a franchise model this time, but still very much independently owned by an individual retailer. Getting home though, I was starting to get some indigestion already, so I had to pop a quick Rennie. 5 more days to go. Day 3's morning was here and I rolled out of bed and had this yogurt and granola pot. I feel like this is probably the healthiest thing I've had so far this week. It was nice and probably for the best, as the rest of the day was going to be far from healthy. Still yet to find some fresh fruit and veg. I hold out hope. Before lunch, I decided to investigate other local corner shops in my area and came across another Londis that had a picture on Google Maps of this hot dog machine thing. So I drove straight there and sure enough, when I opened the door in front of me was a hot dog machine thing. You heard that right, a hot dog machine thing. That's the technical term for it. I grabbed my hot dog and headed to the car. Let's hope it's good. I'm pretty sure I did one of these when I did living on petrol station food for 48 hours. And I did realise after putting it on, that's not ketchup. That's chili sauce. This made me such a happy Sam. You have no idea. It was juicy, it was tasty. Fingers crossed I'd find another rollover machine in another corner shop. Do you know what else makes me a happy Sam? When you guys subscribe. So please do me a favour. Hit that button for me. I need a drink now though, to wash it all down. And I had just the thing. Carolina made me buy this, a tin of strawberry nourishment. This was like a baked bean or a soup tin, not an aluminium drinks tin that you'd be used to. It's a very off-colour strawberry. This is good. I'm probably just going to down the whole thing, not going to lie. Okay, sure, so I liked it, yeah. One dog walk and a trip to the gym later, and it was time for my dinner that consisted of this pizza pocket and jalfrezi naan bread. It's sticky. I heated them both up in the oven as per the instructions and served them up with more of my pomegranate juice. I get the overwhelming smell of pizza from the pizza pocket thing, not curry from the curry thing. The pizza pocket wasn't bad actually. I thought there'd be cheese in it, but there wasn't. Curry naan bread was filled really well, which surprised me, and it tasted really good. Wasn't that spicy and could have done with a smidge of salt, but it was good. Genuinely, if I find this again,
Might get one of the other flavours. That was my favourite day so far. Did you enjoy it, Riley?
And whilst this cost me £9.96 altogether, it surprisingly only had me in a 10.7% calorie deficit. Day 4 didn't start how I hoped.
It's closed. I feel like this always happens to me.
I was lost, nowhere to go.
I just take a drive, just to see if I can find any random corner shop I've not seen before. I found one, so I've parked up.
Luckily I found this place called 7 Days where the owners asked me not to film, which is fair enough, but I did manage to get a quick video of this really cool Polish pick and mix. Not that I got any.
For all of that, £9.44.
For breakfast I had this Polish pastry which was called bolka slodka, which translates to sweet roll. So I'm still not certain of the exact name of this specific sweet roll, but it was so good. Quite a lot for breakfast though. I definitely didn't finish it. But don't worry, Carolina did have some. Also, when I left this morning, Riley looked really sad, so I had to pick her up a toy on the way home. And here it is, this little frog face thing. Isn't it really, really cute? Here's the thing though, he needs a name. And you guys loved naming Planthony over here so much last time that I feel we've got to do it again, right? So comment below your best name for this frog, and whichever one gets most likes is what we'll name it. Also, Riley's really, really good with names. She knows the names of most of her toys, so I can then show the winner, her knowing exactly what this is called. Quick admiration of my haul, and I tried the strawberry yogurt.
Oh, it's thick.
Which was a nice way to round out my breakfast. Come snack time, I tried these little chocolate biscuits that I had found.
Smells like a bourbon. Tastes like a bourbon.
Before cooking my Polish pizza for lunch.
It says it has analog cheese, which is good, but I prefer my cheese digital.
It looked decent.
It's got a very pretty crust, hasn't it? Look at that. I like it.
And after cooking and cutting up,
It looks really good. Let's hope it tastes good.
I tried and it was pretty solid. A really light, airy base. I was pleasantly surprised. However, I did only manage half of it and popped the rest in some Tupperware for another day. Now, I did need to keep telling myself that I don't actually need to buy breakfast, lunch and dinner somewhere every single day. I don't even need to go to a shop in a day. I have got a lot of leftover food. I don't like food waste, so don't worry, we will eat all of it by the end of the challenge.
Are you aware that I'm working? Okay. I'm still very much enjoying these.
Now, dinner was here and I was really excited for it. Pork cutlet with a mashed potato and beetroot. Yes, please. This was a bit of me. What a meal. Honestly, what a meal. The cutlet could have been crispier, but this tasted great.
Yeah, I would genuinely go back and buy this again. That was very, very, very yummy.
So day 4 cost me £9.44 and my calorie intake was surprisingly at a 13.15% deficit. Genuinely thought the deficit would be a lot lower and I'd have eaten a lot more. So for day 5 I decided I didn't really need to go shopping. I had plenty of food in the house and it was time to start using it all. Breakfast was some toaster waffles covered in banana yogurt. This was very good. Look at me, I'm an innovator, a pioneer in breakfast making. Lunch was pierogi again. I tried air frying one.
It does work. I think I prefer it to the boiled ones. Too late now though.
Ultimately just ended up eating them the same way as last time. Dinner was the remaining half of the pizza, plus my remaining tikka bites. And in between all of that I had another strawberry round and some Polish biscuits. What a quick day that was. I then went to my brother's for the evening to finally try and finish Divinity Original Sin after 8 years of not playing it. It was very hard to get back into. So at the end of day 5, £0 was spent. Woohoo! And I was in a total calorie deficit of 23.45%. 2 days and 2 shops to go. Busy morning today, so I finished up the last remaining corner shop food in the house, that I could eat anyway, before heading into town, which consisted of our last 2 waffles and last 2 strawberry rounds. Beige on beige, but it did the job. When we got into town, we went to go get our wedding gift from my dad and my stepmother framed. Look at this, absolutely stunning. Give it 15 years or so, and every time I walk into my lounge, I'm gonna cry. My babies. Anyway, whilst we were there, we found this corner shop which had a load of kushurs I hadn't seen before, and I thought it was about time I try a dodgy corner shop sandwich, which I've been avoiding until now. Also, we saw loads more nourishment.
Do I get another nourishment?
The answer is yes. Of course I got another nourishment.
One dodgy corner shop sandwich. Surprised it's taken me so long to have one, to be honest. Smells generic. I don't think I like it. It doesn't taste nice. I'm going to eat it because I'm hungry and I need food. But I wouldn't get it again. Genuine question, is there a proper market for this kind of sandwich? It's $1.99 and you can buy a sandwich for that price at Tesco or Sainsbury's or anything like that, and it doesn't taste like this. I'm normally a good boy. and I eat my crusts. I just can't do it. I just can't.
On the way home, it was time for the weekly food shop. Waitrose in Tesco. Which was nice, as the upcoming week I could actually eat normally again. Dinner, I thought, I should go Cashaw's again, because I love the sausage, chips and beans so much. So I've got the fish and chips. Into the oven it went, did some hoovering whilst it cooked. Not sure why you needed that detail, but apparently I filmed it, which means you guys are seeing it. And then it was done. The chips certainly look crispier this time. That's bubbling. On the plate, it actually looked like a pretty decent meal. Crispier chips is always a plus. So they're better than last time. Mushy peas. And mushy peas. And now our fish. It might be alright. It's just a giant fish finger. This is better than the sausage, chips and beans by a landslide. Yeah, not even kidding. This was great. Fair play, Cashaw's. Although not great as in I would buy this any day and have it great, but great as in terms of what I eat in these challenges, pretty great. But of course I'd just rather go down to the chippy, Of course I would. So the end of day 6, I'd spent another £9.34 and actually was in a deficit by about 34.25%, which I appreciate isn't great, but half of that is pastry, so it's fatty enough. And so the final day was finally here, and breakfast, there was waffles. Literally this is now the 4th day or so with waffles for breakfast? But at least these ones had chocolate filling in them. This actually helped. The plain ones I had before were really, really dry. These didn't feel dry, and I hate Nutella, right? I know. But these were supposedly choc hazelnut, but they tasted great. Seems some random corner shop bakery items are worth getting. Now before lunch, there was another matter I had to attend to. We've got banana this time. Tastes like the strawberry one. It's got a really thick taste to it, but I don't hate it. Carolina even wants some. Oh, what is that colour? That does not look like it should go in your body. Bottoms up. As weird a colour as it is, I honestly like it. Go to the final shop. I want to go out with a bang, and I want to get something big and fun and interesting. Hopefully, I can go out with a bang and get something nice and fun and interesting. It's the final premiere, the final shop. Surprise, surprise, this was like pretty much all the other ones I'd been to, with a healthy array of sandwiches, the same Cashel frozen meals, and it was just very familiar. But I got my goods and it was time for lunch in the car. I'm going to run you through what I got really quickly. Stir-fried noodles. I don't know. This could be good. This could be awful. I've never seen anything like this in a corner shop before. A bar cola. Never heard of this brand in my life. Now, Carolina has been saying to me you cannot do a corner shop video without getting some toxic waste. And now I have not had a microwave burger in...
It's been 84 years.
Maybe 15 years. Either way, it's been well over a decade and a half. We're finishing with some Rustler's burgers. Doesn't taste like Coke. Tastes a bit like a Panda Pop cola. Do you remember Panda Pops? That's what this tastes like. Chicken. It's a bit dry, not hugely flavourful. They taste of literally nothing. I was excited by this. Now I'm feeling very underwhelmed. It ain't worth £4, that's for sure. See, now when I was a kid, when I was of that age, I was living in the States. And so I'm a Warheads kid. Because I'm a Warheads kid, these have just never been the same. These are nowhere near as sour as a Warhead. A slight sour twang. A Warhead is that times 100. Following work, it was dinner time and time to rectify the not having had a microwave burger in 15 years. I'm not sad about that, by the way. I'm quite pleased I've managed to avoid them for 15 years. Though to these ones there were two methods. One was microwaving the patty, the other was air frying it. Seeing as I had two, I had to try both ways. Immediately, the air fried one, the patty, looks 10 times better. Let's see if there's a difference at all, shall we? We'll try this is the microwave one. It's not good. Very chewy, the patty. Very chewy. Does air frying it make it any better? Surprisingly, yes. If I were to give these a score out of 10, this one is like a 3. Air frying it, it's about a 5. I'm also starving, and this is all I've got to eat. And there we go, that's that. A week on corner shop meals. Done. Finally done. Honestly, this one was hard.
I miss normal food way too much. Adding my final stats to the score, it meant I had spent a total this challenge of £56.67, which is significantly under the £70 budget I set, and my total calorie intake for the week was at a 17.1% deficit. What I now need you to understand despite this is that I put on a little bit of weight. The weight fluctuates a lot, so I'm assuming I just kind of stayed the same. To be fair, outside of popping down to one to get some milk or some sweets, I don't think I'm going to be visiting a corner shop for my weekly food shop anytime soon. There's a lesson to be learned here. I don't know what that lesson is, but there's definitely one somewhere. Anyway, I'll see you next time where I'm going to eat some food.